Hi there. So I have just done a video on this, which is my current everyday makeup, but I wanted to go more in depth on the liner. So this is, I hope, a short and sweet liner hacks video. I know a lot of people that struggle with doing a winged liner, so I just thought it would be good to go a bit more in depth on this. And if you want to see me apply the rest of my face, check out my other video, which should have been uploaded by now. And yeah, I hope this is helpful. I think doing liner, if you're not quite sure what to do and where to go with it, can be quite intimidating, but I really feel like anyone can master it. I feel like with enough practice, anyone can get good at doing a winged liner, and it's so flattering on everybody. So many of my clients tell me that they would love to wear it, but they don't think it will suit them, and my answer is always, if you want to try it, I'll do it for you, because it really does suit everybody. You can make it work for every eye shape and it always looks flattering. So yeah, have a practice, maybe invest in a new eyeliner or a different shape or style of liner, that might help. And I would love to hear your eyeliner hacks as well. I'm always open to new ideas, especially with liner, because I love to wear it so much. I've worn my eyeliner like this, I think, since I was about 14, 15, 16. I always used to wear it with a red lip as well. That was my thing for years. So yeah, if you have any ideas, please share them with me and I will try your tips and tricks as well. So let's get started with some liner. I am using the Too Faced Better Than Sex liner today. I really love this. I also love the Huda Beauty liner. That one's amazing. I also love the NYX liquid liners, the Epic Ink and also their matte liquid liner are fantastic as well. But use whatever you like, whatever you've got at home. If you've bought a new one to try, give it a go. Although I would recommend, if you're really new to using liner or if you're struggling with it, one of these felt tip pen liners is normally really good for learning. So you can see it just looks like a fine felt tip. Nothing special, but I do think this is the best one I've tried. I really like the NYX Epic Ink as well, but I just think this comes out a bit darker, so you're not going over it again and again to get a really dark colour. So yeah, give this one a try if you're looking to try one. Zoomed in just a little bit, I hope you can see properly. I do need to sort out a better setup for close-ups with my camera and stuff, but for now I'm hoping this will do. So I think the key is, and when I'm teaching, this is what I always tell people, put some product down. Don't spend ages faffing around, wondering what to do. Get some product down and get started, and then you have something to work with. So see how well I can show you. So I tend to start with the wing, and you can do this however you like. I know some people like it kind of flatter and more subtle. I am going to do quite an upturned wing, so it's really lifting my eyes, because that's what I've been loving wearing recently. But play around with shapes and just see what you like. See what, you know, ends up looking good, what ends up working for your eye shape. So I'm going to start right at the edge of my eyes. So I've put just a tiny little dot there just to show you where I'm starting. So I'm starting literally right where the lashes end. If you want an even more dramatic kind of lift on the eyes, you could start just before the lashes end, but I kind of think if you're not too sure where you're going with it, that way madness lies, because sometimes it can end up closing your eyes in a little bit. So I've started right where my eyelashes stop, and I'm gonna just bring that up towards the tail of my brow. So it's quite upturned, but it's not an extreme angle. And then from there, I'm gonna start maybe a third of the way in and just bring that liner out and bring it up to meet that wing in a little triangle. I'm gonna fill in the little triangle that I've made. And you can see that that is taking shape. I know it's easy for me because I've done this so many times for so many years, but I really do think that with practice, anyone can nail this. If it doesn't go right, take it off, start again, and sit down and try and do this at a time when you're not particularly on a schedule, you're not going out anywhere. I know it's a shame to like waste good makeup when you're not going out, but trust me, if you're feeling the pressure on this, just sit down like in an evening or in the middle of the day, or whenever you've got an hour to kill, and just practice with no pressure to get ready to go out, because again, you will just drive yourself crazy. So now I'm gonna fill in along my lash line, and I want to keep this quite thin and quite fine, again just because that's how I've been wearing my makeup recently. So I'm gonna start on the inner corner, and then I'm using little motions to just fill in all the way along. So I've seen some people try and do their eyeliner in one big sweep, and if that works for you then fine, but definitely what I've noticed again when I'm teaching is that there's a lot of potential for that to go wrong, whereas if you use little motions along the eye to kind of join up the lash line, it's much easier to see what you're doing and correct any mistakes before they even happen. So you can see that that is not the tidiest, but the basic shape of my eyeliner I'm pretty happy with. It starts off really fine on the inner corner, gets a little bit thicker, and then goes out into the flick. So I'm pretty happy so far. So what I need to do now that I've basically got the shape down is just to go in and tidy up. So you can see right here there's a little bit of a wiggle, and then here it's not super smooth as well. So again, I'm just going to use tiny little motions just to kind of fill in the gaps and tidy up a little bit. And I think a lot of people do miss this stage. They think, oh, it's not perfect, but I don't know what to do, so that'll have to do. No. Go in, spend a minute tidying it up, and you'll be so pleased with the difference, I promise. So I'm now going to work on the flick, which again, pretty happy with, but I'm going to just take the liner down towards my lower lashes just to kind of join up the upper lashes with the lower lashes. You don't have to do this is personal preference, but I do just think it looks good when that triangle there just kind of joins with the lower lashes. So I'm going to go in and just carefully add a little bit to that triangle shape we created there earlier. And you can see it's a really subtle difference, but especially straight on you can see that it just gives you that tiny bit of extra definition there, and I just think it looks good. And you can see when my eye is moving as well, it's kind of anchored the wing on my eyeliner onto my eyes. It's just a bit more flattering, I think. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye and then I'll come back. So I've lined my eye, but I haven't done the wing because I think this is something that stresses people out as well. I think getting your eyeliner even is particularly challenging. It's possibly the most challenging bit. So I thought I'd come back and just see if I can give you some tips for this as well. Basically, you just have to guess, but an educated guess. So I'm starting right at the end of the lashes, so I'm making sure it's the exact same point as on the other eye, which is quite easy to find because it's right where my lashes end, and the angle is a little bit of guesswork. So I'm gonna see if I can just hold the pen the same way, point it at the same angle, and then if the length of the wing is a problem, that's super easy to fix. So do your best with the angle that the flick is going, and worry about the rest later. So I struggle with this side because it's slightly more hooded than the other eye, which isn't ideal. So sometimes I could be spot on or pretty spot on with how I'm doing my liner, but I have to make some kind of adaptations to make it look the same. So the wings aren't the same, but they look the same, if that makes sense. So I have just kind of scooped that eyeliner a little bit more there, so it just goes around the hooded bit of my eye slightly more. We're talking like fractions of a millimetre, but on the face it looks like a really big difference. So yeah, you can see that this just kind of scoops a little bit there, whereas this one is a bit flatter. But when my eyes are open, looks pretty much the same, and faces are never going to be symmetrical, so you have to just work around these things. So there we go, I have got some lashes on, I've done my brows, put some lipstick on. The rest of this makeup look is in a separate video. I just decided I wanted to go more in depth on the liner. So I separated these into two, but if you want to see the rest of this face going on, check out my other video, which should already be uploaded by now. This is my current everyday makeup. Really quick, really easy. I hope you like that as well. And yeah, let me know if you've got any tips and tricks for liner. It'd be so nice if we could all share our favourite eyeliner hacks below. I know it will really help a lot of people, because so many of my clients tell me that they struggle with doing liner, and particularly doing a winged liner. So yeah, let's share some ideas and let me know what you'd like me to film next. I'm so excited to get to filming some more videos. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!